What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Dudes Who Bet Daily. April 5th, 2023. Turn the page on the calendar, and guess what? We're going to kick this puppy off by starting to talk about a tradition unlike any other. No, it's not the Red Wings missing the playoffs, because that is something you can book every year right now. We're going to talk about the Masters to kick this puppy off. So we're going to have some little Masters best bets. They tee it up tomorrow. It's going to be a rain-soaked Augusta National. They got 2 inches this week. It's supposed to pour down on Saturday. They're projecting this sucker is going to finish on Monday, which is great. It's always nice to have a little Monday playoff or Monday golf there in a major. So we're going to go around the horn here. Best bets in the Masters. Magic, I'll start off with you. What you got?
Why do I show up? I missed a week. I come back. It's golf. It's baseball. It's Tampa. We're going to talk about. I'm excited because the Red Wings finally have something go their way last night. And then, I just get shit on right here. Hideki Matsuyama, top 20. I think he's got a great chance to finish top 20 here. It's kind of like betting the show in golf, right? Get plus 138 on him. He had a quiet start to the season, but this guy's really done well. First of all, you got to remember, he won the Masters in 2021. People weren't really considering him much of a chance there, but he had a similar pattern that year going in the Masters he does this year. Back then, he finished 19th or better in 5 of his 6 prior Masters appearances. This year, he's got 7 of his last 8 appearances. He's finished in the top 20. And one thing that I know from my years of playing golf and years of playing golf in college on Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004, you got to hit the ball onto the tee if you want to have success in the Masters. You got it from the tee to the green, I should say. So you got to get the ball safely on the green. Doesn't matter how far you hit it, just get it safely on the green. This guy's as good as anybody in the tour right now in terms of striking the ball, getting it from the tee to the green. And that's all you need. You just need a horse that's going to show up and give a good, consistent effort to finish top 3. You bet him to show. Hideki Matsuyama, top 20, plus 138. That's my best bet.
Yeah, I love these top 20s, top 10s. I'm going to go there as well. I'm going to go to my boy, Will Zalatoris, baby. I had him last year to win it all at 33-1. He is 44-1 to win the Masters this year. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on my boy, Will Z. Top 20, plus 135. Top 10, plus 290. He finished 6th in this last year, 2nd in it the first year he played the previous year. So back-to-back top 10 finishes. On top of that, he also played really well at Riv this year. And the best comp on the PGA Tour is the Riviera course right there in Magic's backyard in Los Angeles. So give me Will Zalatoris, top 20, top 10, plus 135, plus 290. We'll sprinkle a little bit at 44-1. Papa Dude, where are you headed here?
I quit watching golf when Tiger went down, like 75% of the other rest of the people in the United States of America. I'm with you, Magic, although I played Tiger Woods 2012. So mine's a little updated from yours, and I agree. You must hit it off the tee or you're going to get beat on the video game, and you're going to get beat. It's the truth. It's so awesome how that game is compared to the course itself. I mean, you make a bad tee shot and you're done. So, I do love to watch the Masters. Because it's so pretty. That course, I would love to see that sometime. Yeah, Tiger has gone down a lot. Yeah, you might say that. Everybody. I was looking at some guys and their picks, and several of them have got Tiger's a long shot. Guys, go walk a course before you make these predictions. Yeah, most of us have always been in a cart when we played golf. Now, Aaron played golf in high school. I don't know, you guys might have too. And he had to walk. He knows what it's like. And if you got a bad leg, bad knee, bad back, bad everything that Tiger's got, bad selection in women, whatever, he's got a lot of problems. And he can't walk he can't. I just don't see how he can walk 4 rounds. I did pick him to make the cut. Okay, I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know what the odds are, but I think he will scratch around and make the cut.
I want to say it was minus 158 last time. See, the problem with the Masters is he's minus 190 to make the cut. Everybody makes the cut in the Masters. I think it's like 66% of the field, something like that, ends up making the cut. So it's
well, that's not my best bet, but I do think it's an accomplishment if he makes the cut. I really do. What's he played? Like 1 tournament?
He made the cut there and then just ran out of gas Saturday.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You know,
part of the weekend's brutal.
Yeah, the first couple of rounds he'll be okay, but then that leg's going to start hurting. And you know, he's not young anymore. So anyway, I went with kind of a homer. What is it? A chalky pick. I don't know how you can bet against Scheffler right now. I mean, he won last year. He's playing lights out. Hasn't finished out of the top 12 since October. That's Tiger-like. When Tiger was at his peak, you know, he's proven he can win. He's very consistent. He's the number one player in the world. That's my pick to win it. I do think Justin Thomas may make some noise this week too. So I'm going with the chalk. Scotty Scheffler.
7-1 on Scheffler, 21-1 on Thomas. Interesting Scotty Scheffler fact. He has lifted a trophy the last 3 Easters. Not in the Masters, but the last 3 Easter Sundays, he has won the tournament that has ended on Easter Sunday. So Easter Sunday been a very good day for Scotty Scheffler. He and Rory, the 2 betting favorites right now, both plus 700. Clear top 3 here, Rory, Scheffler, and Rahm. Rahm coming in a little bit off an injury. Aaron, where are you going here?
I think with this, you look at golfers that don't get the public eye, right? And you see a price that kind of floats up a little bit more than what he should. And I think Collin Morikawa to finish top 10 at plus 225 is a really good bet. I think this is a guy that should not be plus 225 to finish in the top 10. He doesn't, he's consistent. And that's the thing. Like, he kind of reminds me of, I'm going to date myself, but like a Jeff Maggart type of guy, where just like every tournament, it's like he's not going to win, but he's in the top 10. He's in the top 5. So I thought Collin Morikawa kind of fit that a little bit. He's in the top 10 of a lot of stats with golf. He finished top 10 here last year at Augusta. So I think him at plus 225 makes a lot of sense. Maybe he's not a threat to win it, but he's just a consistent guy. And, I think he's another one that everything he does is solid. It's just like he's not the flash player, but he's going to be there at the end. I think that's a good bet at plus 225.
Great iron ball or iron stroker there as well. Michael, agreeing with all our bets here. It's getting a lot of their good bet. Great bet there, Aaron. Let's look at here. Michael likes Shane Lowry, top 20. Dr. Tang going Patrick Cantlay, top 20. And to win, I got to say, I don't bet golf a lot. But this is one of those fun tournaments to bet. So I'll usually put in some top 10s, top 20s, and try and get a winner as well. I like Hovland at a big number to win the tournament as well. But it's probably going to be pretty chalky. I don't hate the Scotty Scheffler pick there from Papa Dude either. All right, let's jump over to baseball. Let's start out with the Braves and the Cardinals. Cardinals minus 135, total sitting at 9. Good news. No one's playing this as a best bet because it's on the rundown. So we will not lose this game today from a best bet perspective. Aaron, I'll kick it off with you. Tell us why you like the Cardinals.
Cardinals, easy. Won't be a game today. Got a home game against the Braves here. I'll be fired up in St. Louis. Cardinals, easy win for the Cardinals today.
It's a huge weather day. I know we got a lot of people in the Midwest area, right, which are facing tornadoes today. It's going to heavily affect some of these afternoon baseball games as well. Wind in this game, 15 to 20 miles blowing out at Busch the entire game. So give me the over 9 there. It's already been bet up a little bit from 8.5. Give me over 9 because of this wind here. Magic, what do you have?
I like the Braves. Sorry, Aaron. Braves are 4-1 to start the season on the road. Cardinals are 0-5 the last 5 games against NL East opponents. I was thinking the under, actually, because the stats for when Elder's pitching are pretty great towards the under when he pitches for the Braves. But then you said that weather thing, and speaking of which, it's good to see not just the Haltermans, but Shoddy in the chat. I know y'all been dealing with some real crazy bad weather down there. So good to see everybody's doing okay so far. But yeah, I would take the Braves in this one then.
Papa Dude?
I'll agree with Magic. I'm going with the Braves today. I like the pitching matchup. No, I don't like the Cardinals starting pitcher. I like the Braves. They're playing really well. I'm not sure the Cardinals are going to be there this year. We'll see. So I'm going with the Braves at 2, and I might take a shot on that over with the wind blowing out.
Yeah, Tony mentions overs, 13-1-1 on Monday. It was interesting when you had the 4-5s matching up. Everything just flew over. You also saw the books starting to adjust totals. We saw 6.5s the first day when Aces pitched. All those totals are 7.5 now a week later. So you're seeing that tick up from the sports books because of these new rules, because of the shift, because more base runners, and because of stolen bases, which has nearly doubled from attempts. And the hit rate is over 85% right now. So only 15% of base runners getting thrown out when they steal a base through a week in the majors, which is just wild comparatively to what it was last year. Let's jump over to the Cubs going in to take on the Reds. Cubs minus 120 in the Great American Over Park. Every game in this stadium has gone over so far this year. Total sitting at 8.5. It's a tough one. I really like Hunter Green, but you got Stroman going for the Cubs. Should be a decent pitching matchup. The wind blowing 20 miles per hour directly across the field, so shouldn't affect it too much. However, if you're lefty, you are not hitting a home run today, so do not bet any lefties for home run props. Aaron, what do you like here?
I like the Reds. I like this Reds team a little bit. I know you kind of were not high on them, but thought to play them that over that total for the wins. And, they haven't played bad. It's been a decent start. Cubs on the road. Give me the Reds. I think they get it done today. Like I said, pitching matchup really interesting. This should be a good game. I think it's going under the total.
Magic?
You know what? I'm going to go with the Reds in this one. The Cubs are actually 1-4 in their last 5 games in Cincinnati. The Reds are a little icy at some stats against the Cubs, but the Cubs are also 4-0 on games when they play Wednesdays. Today's Wednesday. We're going to buck that trend. We're going with the Reds.
Huge sample size there for Magic. 4-0 on Wednesdays.
The season just started. What am I supposed to do?
They haven't played 4 Wednesday games yet, Magic. Let me tell you, this is the second Wednesday. We've been playing baseball. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. Second Wednesday, we've been playing baseball, so I doubt they're 4-0 unless they played a couple doubleheaders already.
The season's too long. I can't remember when they start. As soon as they start, it's like, okay, well, we've been playing for 4 months now, right? Okay.
Well, hold on though. Where did you get that stat? Seriously, because this is the second week of baseball.
It was counting last season.
Okay.
I know that. I know the season just started. Jeez.
Spring training.
Stop trying to ruin my gimmick.
So they only played 3 games on Wednesday all last year? I'm going to go with no.
In their last 5, I said. In their last 5.
You said in their last 5, they're 4-0 on Wednesdays. So
their last 5 Wednesday games.
That's right. Spring training. He's counting spring
Wednesday
training.
Game. All right, I'm gonna go under first 5 innings. I can't hold it together.
It's a
I'm
stupid
under
sport.
First 5 here. Total is sitting at 4 there. Both Stroman and Green both love to strike people out, so I'm gonna hope that they keep the ball in the park in play, and that crosswind keeps this game under 4 for the first 5 innings. Papa Dude, where are you going?
I'll go the under also, but I think the Cubs are going to win. But the best bet's the under, I think.
I like.
Good job, Papa Dude. That's how you do it, right there.
I've enjoyed the start for my Reds here. They got off to a hot start here. Easily going to go over that 66.5, baby. Let's go. Maybe even win the division. That's getting a little crazy. Let's not say that. All right, let's go to the NHL here. We're playing 2 of the 3 games, so we had to put the other one on here. So we're going to talk about the Oilers, minus 365, taking on the Ducks, who are atrocious. Total sitting here at 7. Papa, we'll start with you. Who do you like?
Could be a trap game. Oilers coming off a big win over the Kings last night. Got to go. Is this game in Anaheim?
It is in Anaheim.
Yep, got to make a trip. And as Magic has told us, it's a long way across Canada. So, and this is a long trip. So, this is one they might overlook. That was a huge win last night. So, I'm going to go the Oilers to win, but I wouldn't bet a whole lot of money on that 1.5 total tonight.
It is a long trip across Canada. However, it's a short trip down the 5 to get from LA to Anaheim. So not too much travel involved.
Oh, they were in LA last night. I thought they were in Edmonton last night.
No, they played in crypto.com.
Oh, well, even more than that was a huge win on the road. I tell you what, this is one they might slip up tonight. They might.
This is the Oilers team that is entrenched in a division battle. 4 games left, 3 points back of the Golden Knights. Give me the Oilers minus 2.5 to give us plus money here. Give me 2.5 plus 135 here. I think they're going to absolutely blow the cover off the Ducks. I also like the Oilers team total over 4. It's at 4.5 some places. Wouldn't play it for 4.5, but I do like the over 4 there. Aaron, what are you doing here?
I will take the Oilers in this game. It is a little bit of a trap game. You're kind of seeing some of these weaker teams pull upsets, like Chicago beating Calgary last night. What a big upset that was. But anyway, I don't think it happens here because I think the Oilers, unlike Calgary, just a really, really good team. And listen, they're 12-1 right now to win the Stanley Cup. I wouldn't mind sprinkling a little bit of money on that. They can win games either way now, whether it be tight checking games or high scoring games. So really like that about them. I'll take the Oilers. I mean, I don't know about minus 2.5, maybe minus 1.5.
1.5, still negative money. That's why I didn't do it. I think it's like minus 135, minus 145, somewhere in that range. Aaron, I'm sorry, Magic. What do you got here?
I'm going to actually take the under on this one. You talked about how Edmonton played last night in Los Angeles. Anaheim's coming off of a 3-game road trip. They've lost 8 straight. I'm not going to sit here and try and make a case for them pulling off a huge upset here, but they are rested. They're back home, and 2 games back, Edmonton beat Anaheim 6-0 in Edmonton. If they could only score 6 goals on their home ice, now they're playing second of a back-to-back on the road here. I don't think it gets up to 7, so I would take the under.
Let's head over to the hardwood. We got the Nets laying 11.5, taking on the Pistons. Total sitting at 220. Aaron, your favorite sport, NBA. What do you got?
Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better on this show today. We're having a good time, aren't we? I'll take the Nets. I think the Nets. Listen, the Pistons, they're horrible, right? So give me the Nets.
I'm going to go player prop here. Give me Mikal Bridges over 27.5 points, minus 105 for this game. He has put up 27 or better the last 5. He's really kind of come into his own since being traded from the Suns over there, and now their number one option. Oh, by the way, the Pistons defense sucks. I think Bridges has a big night, goes over 30 points. Magic, what do you got?
I would go over the total on this one. The Pistons suck. They've lost their last, I think, 12 games now. It's terrible. They score in bunches, though. They've actually hit triple digits in their last 5 games, if I can count properly here. They've gone over triple digits themselves. So the offense can produce. They score. It's like the Phoenix Suns back in their heyday with Nash and point guards. Like, they scored. All right. Okay, now they scored. Okay, we get the ball back. Now we can score again. That's kind of how they play defense in Detroit.
Papa Dude.
I like the over as well in this game. I think both teams will put it up. Why would the Pistons play any defense? Why do they even care? Wasn't it last night they were ahead into the fourth quarter of that game last night, and then they ended up getting beat by almost 20. The Nets aren't very good. That's the thing. But I do think tonight we're looking 123 to 120.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that Nets slander. They're currently in the 6th spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, but look who's in there.
No, that's fair. But they're better now without Durant and Irving than they were with Durant and Irving. It's crazy that you drop 2 of the superstars. Well, one superstar and one guy blows up franchises. And this is where we end up.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Which part?
When Durant was healthy, they were rolling. When he got hurt, that's when they've started fading. And then they traded.
That's fair. I'll give you that, Papa Dude.
Okay.
All right, Kings going on to take on the Mavs. Mavs laying 6 at home. Total sitting at a robust 241.5. Papa Dude, what do you got?
Wow, that's a lot of points. But the Kings score. I looked at this and I don't understand why the Kings are underdogs unless Vegas is figuring they're going to rest everybody tonight, which that might be what's going to happen. I read a lot of articles on this one because I just don't understand that line. I think the Kings should be favored, but they pretty much have their spot locked up in the playoffs. They played last night. It makes sense to rest their guys tonight. They have a shot at getting second, but it's not a very good shot at getting second. They're locked into third. Nobody can catch them. A team that's really under the radar. We don't know much about them. The Mavs are taking it. They may be favored because everybody's thinking they're going to throw it in tonight and win to make that wonderful 10th spot in the playoffs, which I wouldn't think they would care. By the way, I read they were thinking about just not playing Luka and Irving the rest of the season, and Luka stepped up and said, "No, I want to play." I read that on something on the Dallas in the Dallas papers. So anyway, I'm going to go to the Kings to win this game tonight because I want the Mavs to lose so the Thunder can get that 10th spot, even though they don't deserve it.
It seems like the soap opera over the summer with the star player is going to be Luka Doncic this year. We're going to see what happens there if he asks out and tries to get out of Dallas, or if they try and make moves to keep him there. But that's going to be a storyline I think you should definitely follow over the summer from an NBA perspective. Give me the Kings team total. Right now, no one is listed as questionable or out for the Kings. Luka and Kyrie both doubtful for the Mavs. So a really interesting line, because if that's accurate, that's just wrong. I don't think it's accurate. I think you're going to see some subset of these guys playing. And to be fair, I mean, Tony brings up a good point. It's tough to bet NBA games until game time because you find out at for a 7 o'clock tip, you're finding out at 4:30, 5 o'clock who's actually going to play. And you don't always know how many minutes they're going to play either. So it's been a little brutal from the NBA perspective. Give me the Kings team total over 116 here. Dallas's defense is atrocious. They love giving up points. Both these teams are going to play fast. The Kings have a high-powered offense. I don't want to play the total because I'm not, or the side because I'm not positive who's going to play, but I do think both these teams are going to score. I trust the Kings more, and since the Mavs are favorite, you can get a nice team total at 116 in this game. So I'll take over 116 for the Kings. Aaron, where are you headed?
Yeah, I'll give you the Kings plus the 6 points here. This Dallas team is just a mess, and they may win, but even if they do, I don't know if they're going to win by 6. So give me the Kings plus the 6.
Magic.
So I'll go with the Kings as well. Damn it, that was my one. I thought I had it covered. Kings are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 road games versus a team with a winning home record, which Dallas has. But Dallas is also 1-7 in their last 8 games overall. They're slipping. Kings are still dominant.
All right, let's head over to the racetrack here. Tampa Bay, race number 7, really the only option for the race of the day. It was between Tampa Bay and Park, so we're going to go to the Tampa Bay turf here. Originally 9 horses in this field. Now we're down to just 7. We'll start with you, Aaron. Mile 16th on the turf here. Who you got?
Yeah, well, Tampa Bay to save the show. Let's go here with the 7-horse investment income for me in this one. Listen, dropping back down to the claiming ranks, I think that's where this horse needs to be. Tried starter allowance company last 3 races. Wasn't just awful, but just not great. Drop back down here to the 16K level. I think that's exactly where the horse needs to be. Ran at Indiana a couple times at similar levels and nearly won. Ran a 25K here at Tampa and got second. So just kind of we're the best of what's left. A couple of scratches of horses I kind of liked in here. So give me the 7 investment income.
Yeah, the 2 scratches, specifically the 8 scratching out, who's 5-2 on the morning line, means this 7 is going to go off at what? 6-5, even money?
Yeah,
somewhere in that range. Probably a deserving favorite there. A little too short for me to take. I do respect the 7. Think that you've got a good shot of being able to get home with that horse, but I'm going to go all the way to the outside. Give me the 9 horse, who 2 back faced a couple in this field at the maiden claiming level, 16,000, jumped up over the head, went into a $25,000 starter allowance last time out. Now we're dropping back down to this level. You get a bug jock and Sosa who's pretty good on the front end, and there is an absolute lack of speed in this race. So I'm going to take the number 9 horse here. She's just quality to take the field gate to wire in the 7th at Tampa. Magic, who you got?
Yeah, that's where I went too, and there really isn't that much to get excited about in this field. And if anybody's going to go gate to wire, it's the 9, and it's hard to see anybody really pressing. Maybe the 2, she's terrible. The 5, she's also terrible. I'll take the 9, but I'm not in love with it.
Yeah, I didn't hate the 2. That's probably going to end up being my tournament horse today because you're getting 12-1 on the morning line, and she could sit a nice trip sitting in 2nd or 3rd and maybe get first run if the 5 and the 9 quit off it. Papa Dude, where are you going?
Well, I can't believe this. I'm going the 9 as well. And I thought I was going to get this one when nobody else would. So anyway, but you Sharpies figured it out. Lone speed and the best of the speed. I think that's where there's hardly any speed at all, but this one's clearly the best of the speed that there is. Key to watch. Got to get out in front. And we'll see what happens. I also like the 7 as my second horse. I went 9-7-3. Wazzer, I think, is the 3 horse.
Mm-hmm. Don't hate the 7-9 or 9-7 cold exacta here, depending on which way you want to go. Because I do think those are the 2 most likely horses to be able to finish 1st and 2nd. It's just what order you want to try and put them in there. All right, let's jump into the best bets of the day. Aaron, we'll kick it off with you. Who you got?
Yeah, listen, I thought the plus money on the Yankees today, minus the 1.5, made a little bit of sense. Well, I guess made a lot of sense since it's my best bet. Look, you have the pitcher for the Phillies today. He really got rocked in the first game against Texas, the Rangers. He just did not pitch very well at all. Now you're going in to face this Yankee lineup, which is tough. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And then Yankees got Garrett Cole going, who pitched a shutout in the first game. So I thought the pitching matchup really favored the Yankees. And then look, I thought minus 1.5 would be maybe not a minus number, but a lower number than plus 140. So at the end of the day, I thought, you know what, if the Yankees going to win this game, I think it will be by more than 1. So I get plus 140 instead of taking them on the money line minus 165. That was enough of a jump for me. So give me the Yankees today.
Yankees there playing at home. Lowest total of the day, 6.5. That's the only one that's sitting there at 6.5 because of that pitching matchup. I'm going to go back to the well here. Give me the Rangers Lightning first period under goal and a half, plus 115. Monday was wonderful. Yesterday was brutal. We're trying to get it back on track here today. 2 first period unders where the one team won 2-0 and just both spots just This is a game that's going to be really tightly checked. These two teams are battling for playoff position. Both of them have solid goaltenders. The Lightning are one of the best home team first period unders in the league. So give me the Rangers and the Lightning. First period under goal and a half plus 115. Papa Dude, where are you headed?
Aaron's got New York on his brain. He's been up and he's been brainwashed by the Yankees fans up there. So he'll get over this Yankee stuff sooner or later. I give him another week and then he'll get off their bandwagon. I went with an under today. Two great pitchers going at one another in Chicago. I hope the wind's blowing the right direction today in Chicago.
I'll check it for you.
We got Logan Webb for the Giants and Dylan Cease, my favorite pitcher, for the White Sox. They both were brilliant in their debuts or their first games of the season. I think Webb struck out 12 in a loss, and then Dylan Cease, he had 10 strikeouts and a win over Houston. I think that line's a little high. So I'm going to go Giants, White Sox with these two great pitchers at under 7.5 today.
We got a 18-mile-per-hour crosswind in Chicago blowing toward, left field.
Okay.
If anyone's interested in where I'm pulling this from, I'll post it up as well. This is Swish Analytics does wind reports and weather reports for every baseball game every day. So make sure you check that out if you're wondering where we're pulling these weather information from. All right, Magic, close us out. Best bet.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets to beat Calgary. Aaron said it earlier. Calgary lost at home last night to Chicago. Really shouldn't have lost that game. Now they're going to hit the road. The home team has won both matchups this year between these two teams, and the Jets are very strong at home right now. They're 4-0 in their last 4 home games. Also 4-0 in their last 4 home games against Calgary. They beat Detroit. Detroit's won 3 of their last 4 games. They just beat Toronto on the road and then Montreal last night. They beat New Jersey back on Sunday, I think it was. New Jersey's won 4 of their last 5. They're currently the 3rd best team in the league. Winnipeg hasn't played since then. Calgary's going to be tired. They're going on the road. The Jets have scored 6 goals each of their last 2 games, and now they're facing Jacob Markstrom, who hasn't really had much of a break. He's been getting some wins for Calgary, but his save percentage has been pretty rough. He had a 800 save percentage when they beat Vancouver, had to go in to face Anaheim to try and kind of save the game on April 2nd, and then he goes against Chicago and they lose, and again, an 826 save percentage there, so not good for him. Jets are hot at home. I think they're going to light him up pretty strong here.
All right, it's going to wrap it up for this show today. We'll throw up the best bets. We'll recap them real quick and then take off. Aaron, Yankees minus 1.5, plus 140. Papadu, Giants, White Sox, under 7.5. I'm going to take the first period under Rangers, Lightning, plus 115, under goal and a half. Magic going to the Jets, minus 125. We'll be back same time, same place, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monster weekend in racing here. Keeneland kicks off, San Diego Derby, Wood Memorial, Bluegrass over at Keeneland. Going to be a phenomenal weekend of racing. Make sure you're checking out racingdudes.com for previews of all the major stakes races over the weekend. And make sure you're checking out us for best bets around these sports and horse racing world. Good luck with all your plays today.